Oh yeah, bro. I saw the tweets.
Yeah. So far, my parents don't know yet, which is scary.
At the end of the day, you're taking a break. And to be honest, they're pissed that at the end of the year, you're making 6 figures. Like, they got the wrong, intentions, man.
Well, I had a lot of time to think about it, so I didn't tell you, but I actually never went to bed after I left yesterday. I stayed up until about 9 in the morning. So I was up for almost...
Were you just thinking for that long?
Yeah. And I came to that conclusion that I should drop out, because if you think about it, my career...
Wait, you're dropping out? You're not doing the year thing?
Well, that's going to be my way of really doing it, but like...
Well, good.
But anyway...
I've been tearing you apart for freaking years, dude. It's about time.
But anyway, I came to the conclusion I did because I thought about it, and I was like, you know, it's always been part of the plan to work for myself, to be my own boss. I never wanted to get hired. I don't want to get hired. I want to make the job. And do you know what a college degree is for?
Well, that's just paperwork to get you into a job. That's
it's paperwork to get you hired.
You show it to an employer. I mean,
and I don't want to get hired. So that made the decision pretty dang easy.
You've never considered that before?
Not really. Well, I mean, kind of, but the thing is, my plan was always to get hired. Like from the start, even back in like high school, you know, like I always thought I was going to get hired, or that I wasn't going to get hired. That I was going to make my own career.
I'm not going to say specifics because you're live right now, but I think you're going to hit your goals pretty easily.
Yeah.
Like,
and the other thing, easily. And the thing is, right, I've been actually like mentally suffering for years.
Yeah, I know.
And it's been screwing with me.
I've talked you through a little less than half of that. And I know it kills you. And for the longest time, I've been telling you to do it because you're doing just fine on your own. And you've said this on stream before. You'd rather go to freaking prison.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure just getting a job, if you had to, and YouTube fell through, would be better than going to college, because you worked at a job for a while and you were not as bent up as you were in the first freaking 3 weeks of the new semester.
And you know what the real kicker is? Computer science is not a practical degree. It doesn't even teach you practical skills that you need to like learn how to develop. It teaches you the history of computers. It teaches you how the logic works and like the lowest level. It's basically just like a bunch of crap that doesn't matter if you want to get hired anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
I should have, if I wanted something practical, I should have went for software engineering.
So, dude, I'm gonna be honest, you could probably just get a job in CS without it, because if you just show any employer that anything you've done, you'll get hired.
That's what I was thinking. And my resume was pretty strong in senior year of high school. Like, and there were no signs of me stopping like building my portfolio of like really nice things that I've done. And like all that stopped when I went to college. I couldn't build a portfolio because I didn't have time to work on personal projects. And you know, if I needed to learn something to do a project, I'll teach myself because I need it. And then there'd be a reason and I'd actually be willing to put up with it. So like, I'm done. I'm done.
I'm glad you're finally done, because
and at this point,
we're seeing it.
At this point, my parents' opinion is not a factor of it.
Good.
So I'm gonna tell them, but I'm still doing it no matter what they say. So
good,
that's it.
Good. I'm so glad you're saying these things right now.
And the thing is, right, neither of them had to pay for this semester. They don't have to pay anymore because YouTube, you know, I was able to pay for myself.
So this half's on just your decision, and they don't even have any skin of the game.
Not anymore. Well, I mean, they did help pay for previous semesters though, but like,
well, those semesters are gone. They're paid for. That experience you still have, so that's done.
Yeah. So
and you can still say that, like, you know, when you freaking go to an employer, like I didn't finish the degree, but I did 2 years at RIT and 3 years at RIT. So, you know, I have some experience. I mean, you can still say that. That experience doesn't mean nothing.
College is just a 4-year prison. My family told me that, but I'm still gonna go. Well, I can tell you that if honestly, I can't recommend college anymore to anybody. I'm gonna be friggin' honest. If you want to get, if you want to get hired, if your end goal is to get hired by somebody and not be a self-made entrepreneurial type, then yeah, go to college. You'll get hired. You'll get that.
I'd say the only situation
office job that you want.
Like,
I don't know.
My perspective is that you need to go to college for things that are very it isn't an employer situation. You actually really need that experience, like a doctor or a mechanic or like a
in the world of computers. No, because it's something in my brain just completely shuts me down when I'm given homework for something that ultimately doesn't matter. 30, here's $20 for your troubles, and you do you, bud, because it's your future, not anyone else's. Yeah, I really do hope my parents are cool about it. I know they're gonna have a not great reaction at first, but I hope that they can still, you know.
Where you're headed and where you've been the last, like, what, 7 months, dude? I'd be proud as hell. So Carson Thorpe here reminded me what I was gonna say. I don't know if I'm using the right wording when I say that, but I don't necessarily believe in those kind of like forces necessarily, but so far in my personal experience, life has just kind of pushed me towards somewhere that is pretty decent. And your gut feeling to like leave college, I think is there's a reason. I don't know, right? But let me put it in perspective, right? I was ready to go to college. I had the date set. They were like, come into class today or this day, and we'll get started. And then I just didn't, because I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna just keep trying this. And then I sat on YouTube for like a month or something, maybe even longer, just kind of doing nothing, searching around, just kind of figuring things out, streaming to 2 viewers, you know?
Yeah.
Just hoping something was going to happen. And then, you know, everything that happened, and here we are. And now this is like probably the best situation that I've been in terms of my own life progression. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm in the best spot I've been in my life as well, you know? That goes without saying. And the fact that I'm able to support myself while paying for college means a lot. Like, what if I'm not paying for college? Do you know how fast I can freaking save money? Like, Jesus.
I don't think you understand, like, how much you do have. Yeah, because
I don't have.
It all went out.
I don't have it yet, but it's a flowing river. It's been a river.
I don't think you realize, like, how much is there when the dam was there, you know what I mean?
Well, I was thinking of the same analogy, that my bank account was like a river. I made a ton from YouTube, spent a ton on college, but if I put up a dam and I'm not paying for college anymore, and I'm instead investing that money in my business, I'm hiring people, I'm taking online classes for business, like something I actually need, like things I actually want to do, and then like I put like the 12 hours a day into programming my own game engine and releasing it and selling copies, and it would pay for itself, you know? I just feel like it's just so many other ways I could spend my time and energy that's not college. There's a lot of people that are going to be holding out on this one, saying I should finish college, but again, I don't think it's going to help me at all, because let's say everything falls through and I do need to get a job. I have a huge portfolio so far of things I've done, and if I spent a year, I've never had a year to myself.
How is struggling with spiders going?
It's very boring.
As is everything, I think, nowadays with SkyBlock.
We need content. Everything's getting stale.
This my Sir Deadly, the guild master of flexing chimps, really wants me to do Slayers because I'm like one of the lowest in the guild, and I don't want to do it because it's so boring. I don't like Slayers. They got so stale so fast. They were cool for like that night that we had everyone in the call.
Yeah.
And then they were just boring after that. And the sad thing is the next update we're getting is just more Slayers.
Yeah. There's a few quality of life changes, but
I honestly think
enough.
we need to start branching out a little bit. Hey, chat, I have a question to ask you. How would you guys feel if we did a couple of those? Because there's a lot more people here than there was last time that we tried this. months ago. The channel has gotten through, the channel's gotten through many new cycles. How would you guys feel if we did one of those Minecraft butt challenges? You know, do you get what I'm saying? Like Minecraft, but this is different, and we stream it and then make videos out of it. How would you guys feel about that?
Be a lot more fun that way. Also, I'm a programmer, so I can actually make a lot of these ideas come to life.
Exactly. The thing is that's weird is there is this almost paradox, right, that exists within the YouTube space for SkyBlock viewership, is that like there is people that will sit and watch you left click a spider for 4 hours on end, and that's more that they give that more of an entertainment chance than they do anything else. Like something that's actually enjoyable, they would rather not watch than you sitting there clicking spiders for 4 hours. There's some people like that. We've ran into them, and it's like, and then that hurts because then the algorithm thinks we're not as, you know, relevant anymore. So then we get recommended less, and then things start snowballing, and it's scary. It's a scary thing.
I am so bored of Slayer. That's all I have left. This is a good spot to fight Transfer Brewfathers, actually.
I did not. I said that there's people like that, and that's the reason that we're so scared to try new things on our channels, is because of that. There's a lot of people that just because it's not SkyBlock means that they won't give it any chance. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, and that's just facts. Like, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how you want to take it, that's just literally how it is.
I just need Hypixel to come out. There'd be so
Honestly,
much. It's such a frustrating spot to be in.
I want Hypixel, please. And they're both by the same person that has the same issue where the same company that has the same issue of releasing like information too early.
And they don't release enough stuff.
They don't keep it fresh. Help, Hypixel, please. Please, I need you. We thought we'd be playing it by now. Like, we thought we'd be long playing it by now.
Yeah.
Like, should I tell them about the idea just to see what they say?
Make a what?
The disco?
What about the disco? Sorry, I didn't hear the first half of that sentence.
Should I like see what they think of it? Because like, I don't know, maybe if everyone hates it, that's an indication that we should try a different plugin idea. I
mean, I guess.
Okay, Chad, so here's the deal. We came up with an idea where it's Minecraft, but well, the technical name is Minecraft, but it's a death disco, okay? But what's actually going on is that the ground around you will be turned into different colors of wool, and your armor will have a certain color of wool on it. It'll be a dyed leather armor, and you have to stand on the color of wool that your armor is, and it changes constantly. And we have to either, well, we don't know, either we want to compete to beat the game first or die first. We don't know which we want to do, but how does that sound as a concept? So basically it's like Death Run. No. The ground, like it's not like any mini game. It's not a mini game. It's Minecraft. It's survival Minecraft, like all the other Minecraft, but this is happening challenges. But the ground is made of wool, and the wool color is, you have to stand on the same color of wool that your armor is. And if you don't, you die. And you can punch each other off, and we still don't know if we want to make it so whoever like kills the Ender Dragon first wins, or whoever dies first loses. We don't know what we want, but we're still figuring that out. I knew there'd be comparisons to Dream. We came, dude. Okay, I recommended the plugin, like Minecraft butt plugin idea. Oh, that's not. Oh, my plugin, like Minecraft plugin idea, like content idea cycle to 30 before Dream was mainstream. Okay, so like this was something that we came up with. It was just kind of crazy timing.
I have been added. Ha, you fool. I'm still not going to tell you my opinion of SkyBlock. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting mixed feelings right now.
I was able to.
I would say the most comprehensive description I can give of SkyBlock right now is that it's very meta dependent, which is not fun.
I'm just bored.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, as in like it's very meta dependent, where I actually learned this from a video. Someone named Sark made a video on it where he was talking about the new Minecraft update, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of described human cognition. There's like two feedback loops. One is where it's simple progression, you know, They say to do A, you do A, here's a cookie. Now do B, here's another cookie upon completion, you know. You get that excitement because you're getting the cookie as the reward. The other feedback loop is kind of like normal vanilla Minecraft. They don't tell you to do anything. You just go out and do whatever you want. And SkyBlock is very much so the first one of, hey, go get level 20 mining. Okay, here's +1 speed. And then you get
Instead
you
of
get
giving
happy.
us a cookie, they give us a crumb.
Yes. But yeah, no, I think that like SkyBlock is very stale because there's no like variety. Like we don't even need dungeons. Like the lack of dungeons isn't the problem with SkyBlock. It's that only like one thing you can do. There's only like one mode of progression. You know what I mean?
Toxic air poison.
You get minion slots, and then you level up, and then you do dragons, and then you level up, and you do Slayer. You know what I mean?
The reason that Minecraft was so popular for such a long time because there's so many different ways to approach it. Whereas
Exactly.
SkyBlock, if you approach it the wrong way, you're just not going to get progress, and you're just going to leave.
Yep. What they need to do is that they need more general sets, but that can all be usable. Because like right now, right? If you want to do the most damage, like Slayers.
Like
Slayers with RNG and the like tediousness of it was terrible, but like what they would do with the items was great because you have Tarantula, you have Massive, you need all these different things to do it.
Yeah, it gives you something
You know,
to shoot
it's not
for.
just like
And you
yeah, it's
shouldn't
not
be
just
able
like
to just buy it because like then the feedback loop becomes
Exactly.
get money, buy a certain thing, and it's the same process.
hence
just
the
with a
level
different-
requirements. Sword progression. You get a Raider's axe, then you get a Tactician sword, then you get an AOTD, then you get a 50 mil Mighty. You can skip some of the steps, but that's generally what it is, right?
yeah.
So it's like 50 mil Midas is the best you are ever going to get, and if you are not using it, then it is suboptimal and you should be working towards a Midas. What they need is like 3 or 4 swords that are just as good as the Midas, but each have different variations. That way,
You can get
there's
all of
something
them.
to work for. It's like,
You can work. For
You can
all
be
of
the
them for ultimate
completionist,
flex,
you can do
or
that.
You can get one, and it'll be all right.
yeah, and each one will specialize in something. You know what I mean?
Essentially, you want. This is. I think SkyBlock needs a progression system that's not class-based, but something that like there's a lot of puzzle pieces that fit together, but certain ones make an image. You know what I mean?
There's 2 ways to go about it, and the 2 games I'll use this for to liken it is Minecraft and League, right? Minecraft is an open game. Even though SkyBlock is within Minecraft, I would say that SkyBlock kind of classifies as its own little like game itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could say. Yeah, I could see that.
So going based off of that, right? The reason why Minecraft is so wildly successful is because they basically said you have one objective, that's kill the Ender Dragon, and realistically, that's not even an objective. You get a good job and a pat on the back for doing it. Whoop-de-doo.
Right.
It's an open game. You can do whatever you want. League, on the other hand, is not. League has a meta. It has things that are good. You probably have about a handful, about 20 characters that are like super duper OP, and for the most part, if you want to win, you pick those. But here's the caveat. League has patch notes every 2 weeks where they constantly will make changes, buffs, and nerfs to things that they deem are too strong or things that they deem are too weak. So every 2 weeks, you will see a slow shift. And what they can do is that the creators of that sometimes will shift the game in a certain direction, and also the players will be able to shift it because they kind of respond to like, hey, this thing's good, but this thing beats it, even though it may not be as good. And so because of these constant patch notes, I feel like that would be the best for SkyBlock, where instead of having these like huge patch notes where new things come out like once every 2 months or something,
That's terrible.
have these more regular sort of like smaller little like micro adjustments to just keep the game fresh.
What you're kind of describing is Fortnite's system. As much as we hate Fortnite,
League started doing that way before Fortnite.
yeah, but as much as we hate Fortnite is really good with their update. Like their update, the content of the updates is questionable sometimes, but the frequency of it is really like it's good. They are now granted. Their employees complain about being like worked constantly
To death.
So I don't know if Hypixel's willing to do that, but
Oh!
Also, I don't know
oh,
if
No!
I don't even know if they have the resources to do that. But
yeah, to get that many
Oh,
employees.
if
the
they can pull
game-
that off,
no.
I mean, that'd be insane.